Hello, I'm here to spend the next 8 minutes trying to convince you that we need to do something drastic about the ever-expanding growth of paperwork. Probably all of us have handled paperwork that we've either written, developed, or signed that the moment we were done, we knew it was useless. My name is Terry Morrison. I work with New Dawn Incorporated in Worthington and Fulda, Minnesota. I have been in human services for 33 years, and I have watched the ever-expanding bureaucratic requirements for more and more meaningless paperwork. Today I want to talk about that growth and also demonstrate that the cost of paperwork is much greater than you may originally have thought. It is definitely time to do something about this problem within our state budget crisis. I'm going to use a case study. This person passed away in October of 2006, and he was served by New Dawn for 26 years. Our basic purpose is to provide residential services to persons with disabilities and to support them in a way that they can have a life worth living. Taking a look at this, the first 11 years this individual was served by New Dawn, the documents fit in one container. The next 12 years, it fits in 3 containers, 4 years per box. In the final 3 years of his life, 2 years are in one box, and the last year is only 1 year in a box. So that demonstrates the ever-expanding requirement that paperwork just continues to grow. Next, I want to spend some time showing you the dramatic cost that these documents represent. Now I'm going to demonstrate the cost of documentation for the person represented by these 6 boxes, and also make a projection of the cost to taxpayers for paperwork statewide. These 6 boxes of files are 16 inches deep, equaling 96 inches of paper. A ream is 50 sheets, and they're 2 inches thick. By allowing 6 inches for airspace and file folders, I've arrived at 90 inches to calculate the cost. So there's 90 inches of paperwork inside these 6 boxes. 90 inches divided by 2 equals 45 reams of paper. 45 reams times 500 sheets per ream, that means that there's 22,500 individual documents in those 6 boxes. The amount of time it takes to produce each document is an educated guess, because some will take maybe 45-50 minutes to develop. Some will be much shorter. They could be 1 to 2 minutes if they're copies. So I arrived at a 12-minute per document decision for my calculations. 12 minutes times the 22,500 documents equals 270,000 minutes, divided by 60 gives us 4,500 hours of time spent on the documents for our case study. Now the cost then, using average care staff wages from a national study by ANCOR, which is a trade association for our industry, published in 2008, that wage is $10.94 times the 4,500 hours equals a cost of $49,000. Administrative costs, payroll taxes, and benefits at 28% compute to almost $14,000. The total cost then of those 6 boxes is $63,014. Go ahead, Bill, and show them one more time up there. The projection for a statewide cost then is based like this. About 16,000 people receive waivered services or live in larger group homes called intermediate care facilities, 14,000 in waivered services, and about 2,000 in larger group homes. One box of paper will be filled in 2 years for one person. Remembering that the boxes are 16 inches deep, that equals 8 reams, but adjusting for paperwork and file folders, I've reduced it to 7 reams. The math then is using 12 minutes per document, $10.94 an hour, and adding the 28% administrative cost equals $9,802 for each person receiving these services in the state of Minnesota over 2 years. The total cost then is $156,208,000. If you'd like a PDF file of my calculations, just request it from that email address and put paperwork in the subject line. Well, I've shown you that paperwork has dramatically increased across 26 years, and I've also shown you an up-to-date cost for paperwork to the taxpayers of the state of Minnesota. Now keep in mind, this paperwork is only within our services. County offices have similar amounts. There are reporting agencies like Department of Human Services, Ombudsman, etc., that also have great quantities of this paperwork. We also distribute required amounts to families and guardians. So I'm only scratching the surface for just a part of the paperwork. But our part, as you can see, is costing $156 million to the state of Minnesota over 2 years. That is a significant cost, and you need to take a look or share this information with people that can make a difference, like your legislators. Thank you for your time.